What is up, Sideline Gang? It's your boy Taha. You can call me T. Welcome to another episode of the Sidelines Basketball Podcast. Today we have a very exciting episode in front of us. It's gonna be a nice episode. But either way, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, please, and also like the video. And if you listen to this on the audio version, please make sure just rate 5 stars or like it, whatever you can do, whatever you're watching it or listening to it, and go check it out on YouTube or if you're on YouTube, go download it. Go download the audio version, which will be very appreciated. Anyways, thank you for being here, wherever you are, and let's get straight into it. Today we're gonna be talking about all the second round series that happened, the semifinals. So let's start off by the Heat versus the Bucks. Last time I talked about this series, it was 3-1. It was basically over, as we all knew it should be. And yes, it has ended officially. The Heat beat the Bucks in a 5-game series, 4-1. I mean, Game 5, Giannis was injured, so didn't play. A pretty, I wouldn't call it easy win, but we knew who was going to be the winner. And it turned out to be true. So the Heat got the game pretty easily. Yeah, but now we're looking into some very just dodgy stuff. Giannis unfollowed all of his teammates on Instagram, which is kind of very, very childish. I mean, we know you're not very happy. You just lost a series 4-1 against the 4 seed. I mean, that's not the best thing to have happen to you. But still, though, come on, let's be a little bit professional. You're Giannis Antetokounmpo. You were always that nice guy, quiet guy, who wasn't that much into getting some drama or whatever. And now you're unfollowing all of your teammates. I mean, it's kind of exciting for some people. One of them is me because I'm a Golden State fan. Don't tell anybody. Either way, I'm kind of excited about it. Everyone is excited about it, except for the Bucks fans. Now Giannis is being photoshopped on every single team that's ever been out there. Of course, other than the Knicks and Hornets and the Pistons, of course, too. Nobody wants to go there. We all know that. But either way, Giannis, this series was pretty. It was a good series to watch, I guess. I mean, the Heat showed how good they were on defense, like how amazing they were. Eric Spoelstra is just an amazing coach, a very smart coach, very tactical. He's just a very good coach, and he showed it. I mean, we all remember back in 2013 or 14 where LeBron tried to get him fired, saying he's not a good coach, and Pat Riley told him, "Sit down and relax a little bit. He is an amazing coach," and he kept him, and they ended up winning 2 championships. And now he's doing it just amazing for the Heat. He's just a great coach. Spoelstra is a very good coach. By the way, the Heat are looking very promising. I mean, Bam is just showing amazing potential. He's good on offense. He's great on defense. He's just doing everything very well. Jimmy Butler, the leader, he is very good. Why did I turn Indian there? What the hell happened? Either way, Jimmy Butler, he is very good. He's their leader. He is good on offense, pretty decent on defense. He can do a lot of stuff. I mean, what am I saying pretty decent on defense? Am I drunk? No, I'm not. But what the hell is happening? Either way, Jimmy, he is a very good player. He's a very good leader. He's kind of an all-star that has superstar impact, because he literally is leading a young team, telling them what to do, getting them very excited for some exciting stuff. Again, he's just getting people hyped. He's a good leader. That's about it. He's a very good player, great on defense, good on offense. He does everything he can. I mean, we have also Dragic, who's also an amazing leader. He's a very good player too. I mean, he's scoring pretty well, passing very well. He's doing everything. He has that one move that is just never gonna stop not working, and it's that floater off the top of the backboard. He just keeps making it. He's just very good. But now let's move on into the Lakers versus the Rockets. The Lakers versus the Rockets had pretty meh series. I mean, game 1, the Rockets won, but then the Lakers was like, okay, we did this against the Blazers, let's do it again against the Rockets. Now by 1-0, let's make it a 5-game series and the win by 4-1. I mean, LeBron and AD played aggressive, which is great. I mean, since game one, AD LeBron weren't aggressive enough they weren't trying to get it. They weren't going to get it themselves, like working hard, and it just they weren't determined to get the W. That's why the Rockets just outworked them, worked harder, worked smarter. They just played better, and they got the W. But then 4 games in a row, LeBron and AD playing great, very aggressive, especially AD. I mean, I'm not talking about who's better. LeBron was the better player on the series, but AD was just very aggressive, finally, and he was catching a lot of lobs, going at them, just weakening them up. Like they have this weakness in their team, which is they don't have any big guys, so go and take advantage of it, and he did. But either way, LeBron and AD did pretty well, and also this great adjustment that the Lakers made, which was that I mean, game one, Lakers and Houston beat the Lakers. And one of the clearest points for that kind of for that loss was that JaVale McGee or Dwight Howard were in. They just made the game very clunky. LeBron and AD were not. They just wouldn't get it so easy. They had to go in and then find some defender, either Harden or PJ, just right there because. JaVale McGee, where is he sitting? In a dunker spot. Where's Howard sitting? In the dunker spot. Which means the defender can just pop out and help whenever he wants to. Which makes it very bad for them. Because yeah, he can just do. They were kind of being it wasn't good for them, it wasn't good for the spacing. But then for the last 3 games of the series, game 3, 4, and 5. JaVale and Dwight didn't play a single significant minute, like no significant minutes at all. I mean, in game 5, JaVale played some late game minutes, but I'm talking like no significant minutes, like just simply no significant minutes were played for neither McGee or Howard, which helped them very well on offense. The game opened up. LeBron had some pretty easy lanes just going straight inside. Same for AD, had some pretty good lanes going straight inside. Kuzma had some great success just cutting in. Kuzma is a very good cutter. That's something I can give him credit for. He's not the best defender, he's not the best playmaker, he's not the best shot creator, but he's something he's good at. He is pretty good off the ball. He knows how to move off the ball pretty well. And also them with Jake McGee and Howard off, that helped them too in defensively because they helped them defend the perimeter because JaVale cannot do anything on the perimeter. Neither Howard. When they were defending PJ or whoever they were defending, when they came over to help, they cannot recover fast enough. I mean, attack can go to the corner. PJ gets it. A defender comes to help. They swing the pass, and JaVale and Dwight Howard were not still there. We're not there yet. I mean, just continue to help defense. So yeah, it kind of messed them up. And by taking them off and not playing them insignificant minutes in the last 3 games, it helped them very much. I mean, it's showing like how smart Vogel is. I recognize something. Everyone is talking about LeBron, AD, Rondo too, who's, by the way, player Rondo is back. He had a very decent game, nearly had a triple-double. Scored like 20 something points in 1 game. He's been doing pretty well. But either way, nobody's giving Vogel any praise for this. I haven't seen a single analyst or pundit or whoever on the TV say something good about Vogel. It's all about LeBron, AD, how bad the Rockets are, whatever. No one's talking about Vogel. He's a good coach. He's a very good coach. I like him. Before this season, I was like, well, he's not going to be able to talk up to LeBron. He's going to let LeBron do whatever he wants to do. But he's actually very smart. He is very smart. He has made some very good decisions that have helped the Lakers. That have helped the Lakers very much. So yeah, I should thank him because he's been doing very well. Either way, now let's talk about the Rockets. I mean, D'Antoni is not coming back next year. That is confirmed. So they're gonna have to find a new coach. Now it's gonna be a new system. I mean, let's remember something. Harden, when he was winning the Rockets, he was literally a pure shooting guard. He was a good shooter, came off screens. He was moving off the ball. He was not a guy who just got the ball every single play. Or if he didn't get the ball, he just sit there. He just sat there and didn't move, which he is right now. He's either stagnant off the ball, or when he gets the ball, he just ISO in, which is not who he was with the Thunder. But now that he is with, since he came to the Rockets, D'Antoni was there, and they run that defensive. I mean, just ISO, where Harden just gets the ball and goes to work, and make sure he just does something. I mean, that's about it. Yeah, they just make sure he goes and drops a hell of points on people. Who are they gonna get to replace D'Antoni? No one knows. I mean, there's a lot of people who they're talking about. I mean, people are saying Nate McMillan, which is to me just stupid. I don't know why that would bring him after he's being fired by the Pacers. Kind of stupid. But either way, whoever they get, I hope it works out for them. And it's gonna be very intriguing, very intriguing to watch, because Harden's been playing this ISO ball since he's on the Rockets. How's he gonna do now? We'll see. Are his stats gonna keep up? Probably not. We're gonna see in the near future. Now let's talk about someone else in the Rockets too. Westbrook. I think Westbrook is limiting the Rockets very much. This man is taking off like 40 million of their cap. The salary cap, I mean. And he is not the best player for them. I know what they did with going small helped him kind of, because they just opened up the game for him. It was a five out, and he could just go straight in and just penetrate. But as we've seen against Lakers, if you just give him space, let him shoot it. Like, you're telling him, just do whatever you want, shoot it, do whatever. We don't care. You're just like going inside. But if you go inside, we're gonna do our best to stop you. He's not gonna do that well. I mean, he wasn't bad in this series, but he wasn't good either. He was bare average, like very average. He did not shoot well. I mean, from the field, but in terms of some shooting, he was awful. He was god awful. Man made 1 3 out of 7 attempts and started trash talking kids. Why are you doing this, Westbrook? I mean, I think Westbrook is very limiting the Rockets very much. This is not good for the Rockets. I mean, Harden's being paid a lot of money. Westbrook is being paid like 40 million. They literally have no salary for anything. They're just gonna keep like since forever. Daryl Morey is gonna do the same thing of going to the buyout market and getting some players like at the end who are either 3-and-D players, which is big guys who can shoot. I think the small ball. I mean, we should all praise the Rockets for trying to do something generational that could maybe change the NBA. It didn't work out, but they tried their best. I mean, going very small, like we had before the Warriors going this lineup with Curry, Clay, Draymond, Iggy, and Harrison Barnes. I mean, Draymond playing center, Harrison Barnes playing power forward, Iggy playing small forward. I mean, that's the original like small ball lineup, but it still wasn't this just radical. Back then, the Warriors did this small ball lineup, this lineup, just at the end of games, and it worked. Not the whole game. The whole game, these players cannot go with it. And also, they had one of the best defenders. Like he was literally the best defender in the league then, and also one of the best defenders of all time, Draymond Green. He could literally defend from the 1 to the 5. He literally defended centers pretty well, and then also could switch onto point guards and lock them up. He was a very good defender back then. I mean, he's still decent now, but especially this season, he was not that good. He was pretty off on defense this season. We can also attribute that to him just not wanting to play in the regular season. I mean, no Clay, no Curry. What is he gonna do? Play seriously that way? Either way, they should I don't know what they're gonna do. Please don't trade for Horford. Horford is a very old man. He was gonna get paid like 30-something million when he's 35 or 34. He's being paid way too much money for what he's gonna do to you. He's not gonna do anything. I'd rather keep Westbrook than get Horford and trade Westbrook for Horford. That is such a stupid thing. And why would the 76ers accept it too? I mean, they would like to get rid of the contract, but they're getting a Westbrook contract too. Why would they do it? I mean, neither of the teams should do that. I mean, Westbrook is not going to help the 76ers in any way, and Al Horford is not helping the Rockets in no way. I mean, he's a center who can play 6'10", and who can also stretch the floor, but he has not been good. Defensively, he has been pretty. He has gone down massively from last season on defense, and offensively, he's been going down for a while now. I mean, it's gonna be hard for the Rockets to do something, but we'll see. Now moving on to the Celtics versus the Raptors. This series was an amazing series to watch. I mean, a 7-game series, very gritty, very just grinding, not in the sexual way. It's just a very good series to watch. It was very technical, very tactical, and just very entertaining. I mean, let's start about talking about the Raptors. Siakam was very mediocre this series. I mean, defensively, he was not good. On offense, he wasn't good either. I mean, normally, a player like him, when he's not doing too well on offense, you'll be like, okay, at least he's going back on defense and doing his thing, like Paul George, like when he was in the first round series against the Mavericks. On offense, he was not good at all. Until game 6 or game 5, I think, yeah, until game 5, he was not any good on offense. But on defense, he was Paul George. He was the typical, very good perimeter defender. And this is not what we're seeing from Pascal Siakam. I mean, the man is bad on defense, bad on offense. He's just bad everywhere. It looks like every single time you put a good defender on Siakam, you can stop him. His perimeter shooting has been god awful, and also his inside scoring it's not been good. He's always trying to go to his right. He can never go to the left. He's looking like me out there. By the way, I barely play any basketball, but when I do, I cannot score a thing with my left. And he's looking like me there. He cannot go to his left. He's always trying to go to his right, and they're always stopping him. Either getting blocked, either just being contested, or not even getting inside sometimes. He literally gets stopped at the paint. He literally gets stopped by Kemba Walker in the low post. How do you get stopped by Kemba? Who's like 7 inches smaller than you? Maybe 6? He is very small, very much smaller than you, and lighter and everything. You can go by him. I can probably go past Kemba. Actually, probably not. He's a little taller than me. So what the fuck am I talking about? But either way, Pascal should be easy. He should probably get past Kemba Walker very easily. But the man has not been good defensively or offensively. He has not been good this series at all. I mean, people were expecting him to be the superstar that Kawhi was, which was kind of stupid. Let's be real. How can a man who was never a superstar, the man has just been growing every single season? You can't expect that man to be a superstar. I would say he can be a good second guy, but as a superstar, I do not think he can be that. And people were expecting him to be that. But to be fair though, he was not even that second star. He couldn't even be that good second star this series. I mean, he was not very helpful for the team. He was kind of just bringing them down. If Siakam literally just had one good game in the 4 losses they had, it could have been the Raptors here, not the Celtics, in the Eastern Conference Finals. But it happened. Let's talk about the Celtics, by the way. I mean, the Celtics are looking very promising. This team is very good. This team is pretty deep. This team is deep with players that you would not consider as good players, if you know what I mean. If some casual fan has picked up a stat sheet or just gave him the names of the players on the Celtics roster, they were like, "Who the fuck is this guy? He's trash. Who's this? Trash. Who's this? Trash." But they have some pretty decent players off the bench, and this is with Gordon Hayward being injured and out. I mean, when is he coming back? People are saying end of this series. People are saying the finals. Nothing is confirmed, but we don't know. I hope he comes back this series by the end of it. It'll be a very fun series. I mean, we can talk about this in the next episode, which is Boston versus Heat. That's gonna be a very decent series. Oh, my neck is. Oh, God. Okay, so let's talk about the Celtics. Smart. He is a very good player with some all-star impact. I mean, like his impact on the game is very good. I mean, the man defense like he puts so much effort in defense. It's crazy. You see him everyone on the court running around, going diving for the balls, stealing, blocking, locking you up. This man is so hardworking. It's crazy. He tries his best every single night on defense. I've never seen someone I've like I cannot remember right now, like if you told me to remember one game that he's not trying to play defense on, like since forever, I cannot remember that. Like I cannot remember that. Maybe he'll get torched by some player, but it will not be for lack of effort. Maybe he was having the best night, which is the other player which is better. It will not be from lack of effort. The man is always trying his best on defense. And he's also been pretty decent offensively lately. He's shooting very well from three. Like clearly better than he actually can from three. He can shoot like this from three, but we should not be expecting this from him a lot. We should probably just relax on the expectations because people are saying like, oh, we're seeing some crazy stuff from Smart. People are literally saying predictions for the Heat series and saying, oh, Smart is gonna shoot some he's gonna make 6 threes from like 10. I'm like, oh, relax. It's happening. I mean, 2 games he's had like 6 threes made. Yeah, 2 games in this series. But we should not be expecting this every single time. I mean, he's also a very good playmaker. He's a good passer. He's just a good all around. And also, Jason Tatum. He is just as good as we all know him to be. I mean, we all know how good Jason Tatum is. I mean, he's only 22. He's not, but he's only 22. He's not. He's 22. I think he's more. I think he's like 23. Either way, he's a very good player. I mean, we all knew that. I'm just confirming it. Game 7, he was the guy that just put them over the hump, scored 29 points. That's very nice. I mean, Game 7. I mean, let's come back to the Raptors for a second. Raptors offseason is looking kind of shaky. I mean, they might lose Van Vliet. I mean, the man is a free agent and he is gonna get offers from everywhere. The Knicks are probably gonna offer him a contract. The Hornets most likely because they just offer every single player that ever gets out there because who the hell is gonna sign for them? So they just throw someone a big bag because why not? I mean, there's a lot of teams that can just throw him a bag because they just have him here so he can bowl with us. I mean, we have the cap, so why not? So the Raptors might lose him, and he was a decent player. I mean, also wanted to say, how the hell does Kyle Lowry foul out in a single quarter? I mean, he literally had like 2 fouls maybe going to the 4th, and ended up fouling out. I did not understand how that happened. I mean, that was just because I didn't watch that game, so I was kind of just shocked. The man went from like having 2 fouls, I think, and then boom, 4 fouls in a row, very quick, and he fouled out of the game. And then at the end, a pretty bad shot taken by Van Vliet, and they had like a decent amount of time. They could have tied it up or won it wherever. But kind of pretty bad for them to go to go in and end the series and the playoffs and the season with that kind of shot. Whatever, it was a great series to watch. Celtics got it. But I mean, I expected the series to go 7, but I said the Raptors. I mean, close enough, I guess. Now moving on to the Clippers versus the Nuggets. One of the most infuriating series to watch. I mean, I'm not even a Clippers fan. But I want the series to just end. Because now the Clippers and the Nuggets, the series got into Game 7. Why? I mean, just why? Why are you giving the Nuggets this chance to pull off another 2-1 comeback? The Nuggets were down 3-1 against Utah Jazz. What the hell is happening? and they managed to come back because the Jazz just kind of laid off and let it happen. But why are the Nuggets doing this? I do not understand. The, we all know, they all knew that the Lakers are gonna go through pretty easily, and they did in 5. So just hurry it up so you can go out there and make it a great series. I'm not even a Clippers fan, and I want to watch. I just want to watch a very fun series between them. But now you're getting yourself tired. You're playing. I think they're playing on Tuesday, maybe. I'm not sure. But they're gonna have to play very soon. I mean, not that soon, but pretty soon. And they're gonna be, and they will be a little bit tired at least a little bit, because it's Game 7 with the Nuggets, who are gonna try their best. They're gonna run them off. So yeah, I mean, the Clippers are just not managing to grab the series by the neck, which is something that the Lakers have done, which is something that the Heat have done, which is something that, I mean, the Clippers should be able to do this very easily. But let's talk about why they're not doing it. Kawhi and PG have been doing well. I mean, clearly Kawhi and PG are doing decently. I mean, there's been a single game when Kawhi was not good, and that's normal. I mean, you can't expect the man to have a literal, very good game every single game of this playoffs. I mean, he's had one now, and it's cool. I'm not blaming him for that at all. That's normal. He's a player. He's a basketball player. And someday, your shots are not gonna fall. Your shots are not gonna fall. That sounds like your shorts are not gonna fall. I mean, I hope they don't. I mean, you're playing basketball. And I hope they're wearing boxers under those shorts. So yeah. Either way, Kawhi and PG are doing well, but the issue is the supporting cast, who's not doing too well on defense or on offense. I mean, let's talk about some players. First of all, Marcus Morris. I think this man should just shut the fuck up and play basketball. He is pissing me off. He literally gets on my nerves so much. The man is fighting with Paul Millsap. He's fought with Luka Doncic, and he goes out there and just just play your game. Please just play your game. I mean, that pisses me off. He's not doing bad on basketball terms. He's doing decently on basketball terms, but he's pissing me off with sportsmanship and stuff. He has fought Luka. He's fighting Paul Millsap. I mean, calm the fuck down and play basketball. What the hell is wrong with you? He's pissing me off so much. Just play basketball, please. It's not fun to just go out there and just fight. It's not fun. Nobody likes that. So yeah. Other players too. Lou Williams, he is not doing too well either. I mean, he ends up getting matched up against some pretty good defenders coming off the bench, or just defenders who start. I mean, he's either being defended by Gary Harris, Torrey Craig. I mean, he's getting some pretty decent defenders, and he's being pretty limited. Montrez too. He's not doing too well either. He's kind of shaky too. Landry Shamet. I mean, he doesn't play much, but he's still not doing too well either. But also move on to the Nuggets. And no one can stop Jokic on the Clippers team. I mean, Zubac is doing pretty well. I mean, Zubac is... we're going out there and we're watching Zubac try his best. Zubac is clearly like just going for the ball. He is defending pretty decently. I like what he's doing out there. He's got some decent potential. But his issue is... there's no one on the Clippers that can stop Jokic, and he's feasted. I mean, Game 6, he had a stellar performance, and they got the W. I mean, yeah. I mean, what can I say? I mean, Jokic was just great. Jokic played amazingly, and they got the. I mean, why am I confused today? I mean, sorry guys, this is probably gonna be a shit podcast. I'm so sorry. I'm kind of. You call me sick, maybe? My head kind of hurts. By the way, Jokic, he had a stellar performance, played very well, got them that Game 6 W to get them to the Game 7, which is gonna be a very gritty game. I'm excited to watch it. I mean, I think the Clippers are probably gonna win. I mean, Kawhi is not gonna I'm pretty sure Kawhi is not gonna let them get eliminated from the second round. Or he would have rather stayed at the Raptors. Because imagine, you leave the Raptors who were champions, to join the Clippers, thinking, oh, here we for sure get the championship, and you end up getting eliminated in the second round. That would not be nice. I would be very, very mad. I mean, I'm talking very mad. But yeah, I do not think he's gonna let that happen. He's probably gonna go out there in Game 7 and make sure they get the W however it's necessary. He'll shoot 50 shots if that's what it takes. Because it's just Kawhi. And also, yeah, Game 5, Michael Porter Jr. and Millsap came up clutch, kind of got them W. I mean, they weren't doing too well since the start of the game, but then APJ came up with a clutch 3, a clutch block shoe, and also Millsap played very well. I mean, he scored like 8 points, I think, and was also doing pretty well. I mean, Millsap is just Millsap on defense. Either way, this series is gonna be amazing. I mean, it has been amazing, and now Game 7 is gonna be a great game to watch. My prediction would be the Clippers are gonna probably get it. Kawhi is not gonna have any more of this fun. He's gonna grab the game by the neck and make sure they're gonna get this W. And then it's gonna be one of the best series to watch. I mean, these playoffs have been amazing. Just wanna throw this out there. These playoffs have been amazing. And now, with the Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals being the Lakers versus the Clippers and the Heat versus Celtics, I mean, who told me the Clippers are gonna be versus Lakers? Predict. That's what I'm thinking, according to my prediction. I think. Although my brain is fried. This is a fucking shit podcast. Either way, Celtics versus Heat, great series to watch. Gonna be very greedy, very, very greedy. Nice series to watch too. And the Clippers, maybe the Clippers versus the Lakers, that's gonna be a very good series too. Kawhi versus LeBron, who is the better player. Now, let's put a clickbait title on that and just talk about it for the whole off season. But either way, guys, this is all for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like if you're on a YouTube video or even the podcast or in the audio version of the podcast. If you're new, subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, go download the audio version. That would be very helpful. And if you're the audio version, go to YouTube and subscribe and like the video too. By the way, if you have any feedback, that would be amazing because I want to get better. I want to upgrade. And I want this podcast to be the best podcast, the best basketball podcast in the world. So make sure you help me get to that goal by, first of all, subscribing, liking the video, and downloading the audio version. But most importantly, please leave me any feedback possible. That would be great. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all have a great day, and peace out.